It's movie night at the Silverite Cinema, and okay, if a red balloon floats by, I'm out of here. But tonight we have It and its sequel. Kids face a clown in It, then the clown comes back for round 2 in chapter 2. But first, I'm out of here. Derry, Maine, a quiet town on the surface, but one with a dark history that repeats itself every generation. Children vanish without answers, and the adults seem blind to what's happening right under their noses. When Bill loses his younger brother, he refuses to let the trail go cold.
Here, take it.
With the help of his friends, the kids who don't quite fit in anywhere else, he forms the Losers Club, a bond built on loyalty and survival. As they dig deeper, they discover the town's evil has a face, Pennywise, a clown that feeds on fear itself.
I saw something.
A clown. Yeah, I saw him too.
To stand a chance, they have to face their nightmares head on together. Because in Derry, some nightmares don't stay buried. They come back wearing a smile. Andy Muschietti directs It with a mix of creepy atmosphere and grounded coming-of-age drama, balancing the scares with real heart. Before this, he was known for Mama, a low-budget horror debut that Guillermo del Toro helped bring to the screen. Muschietti was so set on capturing the kids' chemistry that he filmed their group scenes chronologically, letting their bond grow naturally as the story unfolded. Bill Skarsgård turns Pennywise into something both playful and terrifying. He's grinning one second and snapping the next. Earlier in his career, he stood out in Hamlet Grove, a gothic thriller, and later he carried that dark energy into Barbarian, a bonkers horror hit. Off camera, he freaked out the crew by pulling off that wandering eye trick without any effects. Here's Bill talking about his creepy Pennywise smile.
I was in LA, and they were like, do you want to audition for Pennywise? And that is not, an opportunity that you get very often. You know, it's such an amazing character to do, and there's no real restrictions to whatever what you can and cannot do. So I just started incorporating things that I wanted to incorporate, like the lip and my weird eyes and all these kind of things to kind of mold out the character. And I did my first audition, and it went really well. And Andy, the director, wanted me for a callback, and it was down to 4 people. And I guess 2 of the 4 that were left had come in clown face for the first audition. I had not. So he wanted us who didn't come in, with the clown face on to come with clown face, and the ones who did not. So I didn't know really what to do with that, but I was like, okay, I guess I'll get a little clown makeup on my face. And it's the morning of, and I get into my car. And so Andy, the director, he asked me like the day before, he's like, can you figure out maybe a laugh? Because there wasn't really a laugh in the scene. So like, work on a laugh. I'm like, okay, sure. And I was staying in this house, and there was 4 people in the house, and I felt sort of really self-conscious about practicing. But I get in the car, and when you're in the car, you get into this like safe bubble of being in your own car, in clown face, and I'm like, and I just started, driving through Hollywood in clown face, laughing like a maniac.
Jaden Martell brings a quiet intensity to Bill Finber, the kid carrying the weight of leadership while grieving his brother. Earlier, he had popped up in St. Vincent alongside Bill Murray, and later turned up in Knives Out as one of those scheming Thornberrys. He practiced Bill's stutter so much it stuck with him offset. Friends asked him if it was real. Phil Willis nails Beverly Marsh, tough on the outside but carrying more pain than she lets on. It was her breakout role, and later she stepped into Nancy Drew and The Hidden Staircase as the teen detective. She impressed everyone by handling a lot of her own stunt work. including the bloody bathroom scene that turned into one of the film's most talked about moments. Finn Wolfhard fires off Richie Tozer's wisecracks like he was born for it, hiding his fear with sarcasm. Before this, he was already a fan favorite in Stranger Things, a streaming hit, and later he kept the supernatural streak alive in Ghostbusters Afterlife, the franchise's revival. He was known for improvising so many lines that most of Richie's funniest moments weren't even in the script.
What the hell?
What the hell is up with these bullies? They're carving their name into a kid? Whatever happened to wedgies? Then you got a full-on rock war breaking out. These kids were tough back then. Makes me and my friends look like the freaking Powerpuff Girls. Back to the review. 2017's It is what happens when a King adaptation finally gets the tone right. Forget the goofy TV miniseries. This one actually lets the fear sink in. Splitting the story to focus just on the kids was the smartest move, and the casting nails it. The core group is perfect, and even the side players like Jack Dylan Glazer, Jeremy Ray Taylor, and Jackson Robert Scott hold their own. Speaking of Jackson, here he is with some thoughts on filming this movie.
Hey, Silver Age Cinema and Stephen Logan. One story I guess I could share with you was when I'm running on like the sidewalk or like the asphalt when I'm chasing my boat, and I hit my head on like the orange thing, the blockade or whatever you want to call it. I did that own stunt myself. There was no stunt double for that. And it was actually really cold that day too, and the jeans, the wet jeans, and the water getting into my boots didn't help.
Bill Skarsgård had that impossible job of stepping into Tim Curry's clown shoes, and he twisted Pennywise into something equal parts playful and nightmare fuel. Half the time it's not even the CGI that scares you, it's his weird physical tics. The way he moves, the way he stares. You feel the uneasiness right under your skin. You could feel this movie's small town dread. It could have been shot down the street from Stand By Me. It's the same nostalgia, same coming of age vibe, just with a sewer full of teeth waiting around the corner. There's no weak link in the Losers Club, and that's why it works. The friendships feel real, so the danger feels real. My enjoyment rating for this creepy clown coming of age nightmare is an A.
You will do. You will do. You will do.
Do you want a balloon too, Georgie?
It's been 27 years since the Losers Club faced the evil haunting their childhood. They're grown up, scattered across the country, and tried to forget Gary. But evil doesn't die, it waits. When the pattern of missing children starts again, Mike is the only one who remembers enough to see what's coming. He calls his old friends back, pulling them into a town they swore they'd never return to. The memories hit hard, and so does the fear. Because Pennywise is back. He's older, hungrier, and even more dangerous. This time, the losers aren't kids anymore, but the stakes are higher than ever. Because in Derry, the past never stays buried, and some promises can't be broken. Andy Muschietti is back, and he guides It Chapter 2 into darker territory. After this, he moved into blockbuster territory with The Flash, a DC multiverse spectacle that leaned heavy on big effects and legacy cameos. He even kept up his tradition of showing up in his own movies. That's him as the pharmacist in Beverly's flashback scene. James McAvoy plays the adult Bill Denbrough, carrying the weight of being the loser's reluctant leader. Before this, he broke out in Atonement with a heartfelt turn, and later showed off his range in Split, flipping between personalities in a single breath. To make Bill stutter believable, McAvoy actually worked with Jaden, the younger Bill from the first film, so their performances lined up like one continuous character. Jessica Chastain plays the grown-up Beverly Marsh with a mix of toughness and vulnerability, carrying the weight of everything she's been through. Before this, she broke out in The Help, a period drama, and later she took the lead in Molly's Game, a gambling biopic. She even pushed the crew to go bigger with one of the toughest scenes, which ended up using thousands of gallons of fake blood, more than almost any other horror film before it. Bill Hader takes Richie Tozier into adulthood with sharp humor and a lot more depth than anyone expected. Before this, he had made a name for himself on Saturday Night Live, the legendary sketch comedy show, and later reinvented himself in Barry, a dark comedy hit. On set, he admitted the heavy horror stuff rattled him so much that Skarsgård had to break character to calm him down during a take.
Some of the sets were really creepy, and they wouldn't tell us really what they were until we were in them. So you'd walk in and you'd be shooting, and it's like, water and, and they would add like weird things that were just creepy and then the guy Bill Skarsgård plays Pennywise, doing a scene with him, doing scenes with him, you're just like, he's the sweetest guy, and man, he goes into character, and it is full on terrifying. He doesn't hold back at all. It's like working with a wild animal or something. What? I'm like, He's touching me. Why are you touching me? I'm off camera.
James Ransom picks up Eddie Kaspbrak as an adult, still anxious, still cracking nervous jokes, but sharper this time around. Before this, he stood out in Sinister, a chilling horror hit, and later turned up in The Black Phone, another creepy Blumhouse thriller. He and Bill Hader couldn't stop cracking each other up between takes, to the point Muschietti had to step in and get them to focus before filming.
What the hell?
What the hell is wrong with that sweet granny? She goes from cookies and tea to Creepshow striptease in no time.
No one who dies here ever really dies.
Old lady or not, I'm drop kicking her straight into those plastic covered couches.
But tell me, how is it?
Back to the review. It Chapter 2 picks up 27 years later, and the Grown-Ups Losers Club is perfectly cast. The actors really do feel like older versions of the kids. Especially Bill Hader, he kills it, stealing scenes left and right. The movie's got that same small-town dread, but it leans heavy on flashbacks, which sometimes shortchanges the adult story. At nearly 3 hours, it's a little bloated, and Pennywise doesn't show up as much as you'd want, but when he does, it lands. The novel went into some seriously weird places that both movies wisely skipped. And while this sequel isn't as tight or as memorable as the first, it still delivers enough mood and unease to keep you hooked. Some parts hit just as hard as Chapter 1, and that's saying something. And even if it doesn't quite measure up, it's still a ride worth taking back to Derry. My enjoyment rating for this creepy clown reunion movie is a B.
Little fatty loser always knew he would die alone.
What do they have at the concession stand?
There's peanuts, cotton candy, hot dogs, and...
I don't know, popcorn?
popcorn. Is that your favorite?
Hell yeah, it's my favorite.
Mine too. Because they pop. Pop, 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 pop.
Yep, and I'm about to pop myself a seat way over there. Hey everybody, please consider clicking the link. Don't think too hard, or you'll float too.